Hello, welcome to Cloud Learning channel. In this module, we will learn how to load data from Google Cloud into Snowflake. We will copy data from Google Cloud Storage into Snowflake Table. And what we will learn in this session, we will learn how to configure an integration for Google Cloud Storage and how to create a cloud storage integration in Snowflake and how to retrieve the cloud storage service account for our Snowflake account and how to grant the service account permissions to access bucket objects in Google Cloud and how to create an external stage and modify existing stages to use storage integration. So I will start with configuring a Snowflake storage integration in Snowflake. So I logged into Snowflake and I just open a query editor. And now what we need to do, we need to create a cloud storage integration in a Snowflake. So how do we create it? We can run a command saying that create storage integration and need to give a name and the type is external storage and the storage provider is Google Cloud Service. So let me enter the query here. And I have a file. So let me tell you before I create a storage. So what I'm going to do. So I have a file exist in Google Cloud Storage that is called Diamond Bucket. And in this bucket, I have a file called Diamonds file. And let me download it. Before we load this data, let's see what we have in this file. And we have a data in this diamond file as we have 11 attributes, ID, caret, cut, color, clarity, and other fields. So we're going to load this data into Snowflake. We will create a table and load the data into Snowflake. So let me start the integrations, cloud storage integration, and go to Snowflake query editor and create or replace storage that is called I'll just say name as GCS underscore INT. And the type is external underscore storage provider GCS, and enable is equal true on storage alert location. And this is our bucket path in Google Cloud. So let me execute this query. So integration GCS underscore INT successfully created. And what is the next step now? We have the storage integration created in Google Cloud. And what is the next step? The next step is how to retrieve the cloud storage service account for our Snowflake account. So we need to execute a describe storage integration to get that Snowflake account. So let me run that command here so that we can get the details. So I'm running describe storage integration GCS underscore INT. And here we get the list of properties. Now we need to get this ID. The storage account property in the output shows the cloud storage service account created for our Snowflake account. So here you see that this is our the cloud storage service account created for our Snowflake account, and we provision a single cloud storage service account for our entire Snowflake account. So all cloud storage integrations use that service account. Okay, so now we have this cloud storage GCP service account. The next step is grant the service account permission to access a bucket object. So we have buckets in GCP. Now we need to grant the permission to the service account so that we can successfully read data from GCP and load into Snowflake. So how do we perform that? So let's just copy this storage, the storage account, the storage service account, and go to uh, Google Cloud Console and click on here and go to I am admin. Click on I am and admin, and we need to go to roles. Okay, click on roles. Now we need to create a row. Just click on create a row. Now we need to give a name. I will just say GCP, a Snowflake row. And what is the description? So we will load GCP into Snowflake table. And the ID I will call as, okay, the ID I will call as GCP Snowflake row. I'll just say GCP Snowflake. And the permission, now we need to add the permissions and click on add permission. So there are like, 4 options that we can do. If we want to just load a data, there are some set of permissions. But if we want to load and unload from Snowflake, load from GCP and then unload means we need to copy data from Snowflake into GCP. So we need to give some permission. Let me start add those permissions here. Just go here, enter property name or value. Just enter and select storage.bucket get and select that and then add that. And the next one is objects create access. We need a objects create. Just enter storage.objects.create, select and add this. And we need to add 3 more permissions. That is storage.objects.delete. Enter here and select objects.delete and add the permission. And the next one, storage.objects.get, add permission here and select and add that. And the last one is storage.objects.list and enter the permission here and then add the permission. And we added list of the access rights that we need to load and unload data from GCP and Snowflake. Now everything looks good. Let's create this role. So now the role is created. So what do we do next? So we need to assign the role to the cloud storage service account. So how do we do that? And we will go back to the cloud storage and we will go here, the bucket, and just select the bucket and click on permissions. And here, click on add principal. And what we need to do here, we need to select our storage account that we created that we got it in Snowflake. So this is the one that we are looking for, storage underscore GCP underscore service account. So copy that and then enter that account name here. Okay, sorry, I didn't copy it. Let me go and copy this and come back here and enter the account and just say and select your service account and select the role. So look for the role that we just created, GCP Snowflake role, GCP into Snowflake, and save this. And everything looks good here. And we assign the role to the cloud storage service account. And what is the next step? So now we need to create an external stage. And we need to create external stage and then grant the permission. So let me go here and then I need to create a role. I will say create a role. I will say my underscore role and create this role. And the next step is grant create stage on schema public to this my role. So grant create stage on schema public to my role. So everything looks good so far. Now I will grant one more permission to this role. I will say grant usage on integration GCS underscore int to my role. Now we need to use a schema to create a table or to create a file format. And what is the schema? So we're going to use the schema and this is the database and this is public. So let me just use this schema. And the next one, we need to create a file format. And remember, we have a file exist in this diamond bucket as a CSV file. So we need to create a CSV file format. Just click on, go here and create or replace a file format, my underscore CSV underscore format. And what is the type CSV and what is the delimiter is comma. And let's skip, this is skip underscore header equal to 1 means skip the header so that it loads remaining records from the file. And let me create this file format. And everything looks good so far, and we don't see any issues. The next step we do create a stage. Yeah, let me create a stage here. So creating stage, I will call as my underscore GCS underscore stage, and the URL we need to provide the Google Cloud service, and this is the bucket, and this is the storage integrations that we created, and the file format that we are using as my underscore CSV underscore format that we just created because our data coming from CSV file. So let me create this stage. Okay, so my GCS stage already exists, but if you don't have it, you can use this like, create or replace stage. And I think I already created the stage. So the stage area is created. Now, what are the next steps? So if we want to alter the stage, so we can just use the command as alter stage my GCS and set storage underscore integration equal to GCS underscore INT. So now the next step. So if our warehouse is running already, then we don't have to resume. But in case if the warehouse is like auto suspend, like generally when we deploy a warehouse, we keep it suspend if it is idle for 10 minutes. So if you think your warehouse is in suspend mode, we can just resume it, just run the query as alter warehouse SF01 resume. So let's see if it is already running. Yes, so now the warehouse is resumed. And what are my next steps? So I will just look at the stage, what I have here. Let me just quickly check what I have here, the Google Cloud stage. So I have the bucket name is diamond bucket, and I have the file name as the diamonds. So we're going to load this file into our Snowflake table. So this command gives like what are the files exist in your source right now. So if you have multiple files, let's say you have a diamonds 01 CSV and diamond 02, so it will list all the files from your source. So right now I have only one file exists, that is diamonds.csv. So now I will create a table in a Snowflake so that I can load this CSV file data into that table. So I will create a table, diamonds table. So just create a table, the table name as diamond, and I have 11 attributes, ID integer, caret decimal, cut var character, and everything looks good, price XYZ. So now let me create this table. Now we have successfully created table in Snowflake. So now our next step to copy data from Google Cloud Storage into Snowflake. So how do we copy the data? So we are just one statement away to copy data from Google Cloud into Snowflake. So far, let me repeat the steps that we did. We created a storage integration in Snowflake, and we created a role, and we assigned the role, and we grant some permission, and also we assign the permissions in Google Cloud Console so that our Snowflake account can read data from cloud storage into Snowflake. So it can copy and load data into Snowflake table. And we created a file format, my CSV format, because the data is coming from CSV file. And then we created a staging and we entered the path. And after that, we created a table. Now, what job? Now we are in the final step to load data from cloud storage into Snowflake. So just enter one more command, copy into diamond table from at my GCS stage. What do we have at my GCS stage? So here you see that this is the URL, that this is our bucket path in Google Cloud, and the file format CSV format. And then we mention, and from this GCS stage and the file format CSV format, and on underscore error equal continue. Like just run this, we should be able to load data from Google Cloud Storage into this diamond table. So now we can see the execution time. It took just 4 seconds. And here we see that the file status. The status is loaded, and the file path, we can see it here. GCS diamond bucket. This is the bucket name, and this is the file name. And the rows passed 1,000, rows loaded 1,000, error limit 1,000, and everything looks good here. But how do we check that the data is loaded successfully into diamond table? Just run the command SQL statement, select star from diamonds, and see if we have data available in the table or not. Table name as a diamond. Just enter select star from diamond, and we should be able to see 1,000 records in this table. So there we go. We have all the records that loaded into this Snowflake table. So we successfully copied data from cloud storage and loaded into Snowflake. So if you have any questions on how to copy data from Google Cloud into Snowflake, and please post all your questions. Example, if you are not able to connect to Google Cloud from Snowflake, or if you are running into any errors like creating table or creating file format in Snowflake or assigning permission in Google Cloud, and please do not hesitate. Please post all your questions in the comment, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. And if you like this video, please subscribe and share the channel. Thank you.